Hello guys, once again welcome to our YouTube channel TechBird, and today we will cover an important topic: statistical analysis, techniques and application. Those who are working in the field of mathematics and statistical analysis, for them this tutorial is very important. So let's see what is statistical analysis and its techniques and application. So we will go through one by one and see what is its role is and benefits and career opportunity in it. So first of all, statistical analysis is the process of collecting and analyzing data in order to discern pattern. Discern means identifying the patterns and trends. It is a method of removing bias from evaluating data by employing numerical analysis. This technique is useful for collecting the interpretation of research, developing statistical models, and planning surveys and studies. Statistical analysis is a scientific tool in AI and ML that helps collect and analyze large amounts of data to identify common patterns and trends to convert them into meaningful information. In simple words, statistical analysis is a data analysis tool that helps draw meaningful conclusions from raw and unstructured data. Suppose you have large pool of data that is unstructured and in raw format, then this data is of no meaning to you because you will not understand anything by looking at this data. So, but statistical analysis is a tool. If you apply the tool on this structured, unstructured, and scattered data, then what you will find, you can get the inside trends, the patterns from that data, and convert that into information which can be very meaningful to you in surveys, in population trends, and all kinds of the surveying kind of thing. This technique is very useful. So the conclusion are drawn using statistical analysis, facilitating decision making and helping business make future predictions on the basis of past trends. So if you have a past trend data, you have a data of history, then by analyzing, reading that data, getting the pattern out of it, you can predict the future. That is one again important feature of this analysis. So it can be defined as a science of collecting and analyzing data. In simple terms, collecting the data and analyzing the data to identify trends and patterns and presenting them. Also, it should be presentable so that you can understand what the story is behind it. Because if you don't present it, how will you know what the data is telling? So presentation is also very important. So statistical analysis involves working with numbers and used by business and other institutions to make use of data to derive meaningful information. So type of statistical analysis. So given below are six type of statistical analysis. First one is descriptive analysis. As the name signifies that descriptive statistical in analysis involves collecting, interpreting, analyzing, and summarizing data to present them in the form of charts, graphs, and tables. So, in the form of chart, graphs, and tables, you present your data. Rather than drawing conclusion, it simply make the complex data easy to read and understand. Second one is inferential analysis. So, in inferential statistical analysis focuses on drawing meaningful conclusion. In the first case, there was no conclusion, drawing conclusion. Okay, there was plotting of chart, graph, tables. But in second, inferential statistical analysis, it's like a drawing conclusion on the basis of data analyzed. It studies the relationship between different variables or make predictions for the whole population. Third one is predictive analysis. So is a type of statistical analysis that analyzes data to derive past trends and predict future events on the basis of them. Means analyzes data to derive past trends. First it will analyze the data and get the past trends, and then on the basis of that past trends it predict the future events. It uses machine learning algorithm, data mining, data modeling, and AI, artificial intelligence, to conduct statistical analysis of data. Another one is prescriptive analysis. So the prescriptive analysis conduct the analysis of data and prescribe the best course of action based on the result. It is a type of statistical analysis that helps you make an informed decisions. So again we will look through this prescriptive analysis. Conduct the analysis of data. Okay, prescribes the best course of action based on the result. So whatever be the result of data analysis, then it prescribes, means suggests the best course of action, means best way to go based on that result. So it prescribes some solution. It's a type of analysis that helps you make informed decision, a decision which is informed based on some information, some conclusion. Another one is exploratory data analysis. So it's a similar to inferential analysis where you draw the conclusion. Okay. So but the difference is that it involves exploring the unknown data association. Unknown. It analyzes the potential relationship within the data. In the inferential analysis, there was a known relationship between the data. But in this exploratory data analysis case, you don't know the relationship between the data. It is unknown data association and it analyzes the potential relationship within the data. That is the difference. Another one is causal analysis. So the causal statistical analysis focuses on determining the cause and effect of relationship between different variables within the raw data. You have raw data, then you have different variable in them. Then you determine the cause and effect relationship. Okay, so in simple words, it determines why something happens, why something happens, and it affects on other variables. Variables means which vary with time, which are not static, which keep changing. So that is the variable. And this methodology can be used by businesses to determine the reason for failure, why some failure has happened. Okay, so it is causal analysis. Then up now why we will see importance of statistical analysis. What is the importance of it? So it's eliminate unnecessary information and catalogs important data. Catalogs mean it collect or categorize and keep the important data in an uncomplicated manner, making the monumental work of organizing input appear to serene. Once the data has been collected, statistical analysis may be utilized for a variety of purposes. Some of them are listed below. So let's see. So it adds in summarizing enormous amount of data into clearly digestible chunks. Second, adds in effective design of laboratory, field and survey investigation. And statistical analysis may help with solid and efficient planning in any subject of study. Statistical analysis aid in establishing broad generalization and forecasting how much of something will occur under particular conditions. Statistical methods, which are effective tool for interpreting numerical data, are applied in practically every field of study. Statistical approaches have been created and are increasingly applied in physics, physical and biological science such as genetics. Statistical approaches are used in the job of businessman, manufacturer, researcher. Statistical department can be found in banks, insurance business, government agencies. A modern administrator, whether in public or commercial sector, relies on statistical data to make correct decisions. Politicians can utilize statistics to support and validate their claims while also explaining the issue they address. So what is the benefits of statistical analysis? So it can be called a boon to mankind and has many benefits for both individuals and organizations. We will see some of its benefits. It can help in determining the monthly, quarterly, yearly figures of sales profit, costs, making it easier to make your decisions. So it can help you make informed and correct decisions. It can help you identify the problem or cause of failure and make corrections. For example, it can identify the reason for an increase in total cost and help you cut the wasteful expenses. It can help you conduct market research or analysis and make an effective marketing and sales strategy. It can help improve the efficiency of different processes. Now we'll see statistical analysis process. So given below, there are 5 steps to conduct a statistical analysis that you should follow. The first step is identify and describe the nature of data that you are supposed to analyze. First, you should identify what your data is. Describe the nature of data, what type of data it is, what its nature is, because data can be in many forms. It can be banking data, insurance data, political data, current affairs data, genetical engineering data. It can be any data. So first you have to identify and describe the nature of data before you do analysis on it. Second thing is to establish the relationship between the data analyzed and the sample population to which the data belongs. So then make the relationship between data analyzed and the sample population to which the data belongs. Third one is to create a model that clearly presents and summarizes the relationship between the population and data. Fourth step, prove if the model is valid or not. And fifth, use predictive analysis to predict future trends and events likely to happen. Now, statistical analysis method. So, there are various methods used to perform data analysis. Given below are the five most used popular methods of statistical analysis. First one is mean. So if you have been a math student or a statistics student, you must know what is mean, what is standard deviation, what is regression, hypothesis testing, sample size determination. You would have aware of it. You would have read it conceptually, but now it's a practical thing that you should understand how it is applicable in this analysis. So mean or average mean is one of the most popular methods of statistical analysis. Mean determines the overall trend of data and is very simple to calculate. Mean is calculated by summarizing the numbers in the data set together and then dividing it by the number of data points. Despite the ease of calculation and benefits, it is advisable to resort to mean as the only statistical indicator as it results in inaccurate decision making. So it is not advisable to resort to mean as the only statistical indicator as it can result in inaccurate decision making. So it must be used with other uh, analysis methods. Alone it cannot predict correctly. Okay, it may be wrong. Standard deviation. So standard deviation is another very widely used statistical tool or method and analyzes the deviation of different data points. Deviation of different data points. Deviation means which deviate from its path. Okay, from the mean of the entire data set. Suppose this is the mean of the entire data set and these are the data at different positions. So this is their deviation from the mean. Okay. So it analyzes the deviation of different data points from the mean of the entire data set. This is the mean of the entire data set and at how much distance and how much variation they are at the positions, at what position they are from this mean. So it determines how data of data set is spread around the mean. So it's like I'm showing it how it is spread. You can use it to decide whether the research outcome can be generalized or not. If it is spread like here, there, you cannot generalize it. But if it is like a trend, then you can get to some conclusion. Another is regression. So regression is a statistical tool that helps determine the cause and effect of relationship between the variables. So if there are variables which vary, and what are the relationship between them, cause and effect relationship. So determine the relationship between dependent and independent variables. It is generally used to predict future trends and events. So this is a regression. Regression simply means you have two type of variable, dependent and independent variable. Okay, dependent and independent variables. So what is the relationship between them? If one change, then what effect it will have on another variables. So what, how they are related if something is changing them. Another is hypothesis testing and can be used to test the validity or trueness of a conclusion or argument against the data set. Hypothesis is an assumption made at the beginning of the research and can hold or be false based on the analysis result. So hypothesis is something like assumption which can be false or true, and it is predicted at the beginning of the research. Okay. Another is sample size determination. Sample size determination or data sampling is a technique used to derive a sample from the entire population which is representative of the population. This method is used when the size of population is very large. You can choose from among the various data sampling techniques such as snowball sampling, convenience sampling, and random sampling. Statistical analysis software. Everyone cannot perform very complex statistical calculation with accuracy, making statistical analysis a time-consuming and costly process. So, statistical software has become a very important tool for companies to perform their data analysis. The software uses AI, artificial intelligence, and ML, machine learning, to perform complex calculation, identify trends and patterns, and create charts, graphs, and tables accurately within minutes. Now we see the statistical analysis example. Look at the standard deviation sample calculation given below to understand more about the statistical analysis. The weights of 5 pizza based on CMS centimeters are as follows. If you see a particular weights in centimeters, mean deviation, this is the mean deviation part. This is weights in centimeters or particulars, and this is square of mean deviation. So here you see weights of 5 pizza 9 to 5 for 12, and now we see mean deviation. What is its mean deviation? So it's like 9.9 minus 6.4, 2 minus 6.4. If you see here 9 minus 6.4. So what is this? This is the calculation of mean. How this mean is calculated? Adding all the weights of pizza 9, 2, 5, 4, 1, 2 divided by 5 pizza, and it's the mean 6, 4, 6.4. So what it's happening in mean deviation? It's subtracting this mean from the weight of the pizza, like 9 minus 6.4, 2 minus 6.4, 5 minus 6.4, 4 minus 6.4, 12 minus 6. Here you get mean deviation. Okay, then square of mean deviation. Squaring this thing, we'll get it. 4.4, we'll get this. Okay, calculation of mean of squared means deviation. Then we are getting the mean of this squared of mean deviation. So we are adding all these 6.76, 19.36, 1.96, 5.76, 31.36, and then dividing it by 5, and we are getting 13.04. So sample variation is 13.04 and standard variation is under root of 13.04 means 3.611. 3.611 is its standard deviation. So career in statistical analysis, if we see, is determined by the industry in which they work. Anyone interested in becoming data analyst may usually enter the profession and quality for entry-level data analyst position right out of high school or certificate program, potentially with a bachelor degree in statistics, computer science, or mathematics. Some people go into data analysis from a similar sector such as business, economics, or even the social sciences, usually by updating their skills mid-career with a statistical analytics course. So a statistical analysis analyst is also a great way to get started in normally more complex area of data science. A data scientist is generally a more senior role than a data analyst, since it is more strategic in nature and necessitates a more highly developed set of technical abilities such as knowledge of multiple statistical tool, programming languages, predictive analysis model. Aspiring data scientists and statistical analysts generally begin their careers by learning a programming language like R and or SQL. Following that, they must learn how to create database or do basic analysis and make visuals using applications such as Tableau, Power BI. However, not every statistical analyst will need to know how to do all these things. But if you want to advance in your profession, you should be able to do them all. Based on your industry and the sort of work you do, you may opt to study Python or R, become an expert at data cleaning, focus on developing complicated statistical models. You could also learn a little bit of everything, which might help you take a leadership role and advance to set to the position of senior data analyst. A senior statistical analyst with vast deep knowledge might take on a leadership role leading to team of other statistical analyst with extra skill training may be able to advance to data scientists or other more senior data analytics position. So this was all about the statistical techniques and application. Hope you like the video. If you want to see more such videos, if you are interested in these technical concepts, please subscribe our YouTube channel and like it. We will see you soon. Till then, goodbye.